Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do another get ready with me, chit chat, chill. I do watch a lot of beauty YouTubers. I'm not trying to be a beauty YouTuber, but my second love outside of wax, candles, that kind of thing is makeup. I love makeup and I should probably do who would be interested in seeing my makeup collection at the moment as well as how I store my makeup. That would be interesting to find out. So anyway, I thought I had quite a few positive bits of feedback the last time I did one, so it's just going to be a sit back, chill. I'm going to show you guys what I wore the day of Sonic the Hedgehog, the filming that I did for being an extra. And I'll kind of talk, what I can talk about it, I will. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been trying the best I can to post photos when I can. I was not able to take photos or video, of course, of the day of the filming that I was a part of, but I have been trying to go downtown quite often. You'll probably still, I'm not sure, this will probably come up after it's all wrapped up. This video might pop up after that, but you know, keep looking at my Instagram. There's quite a bit there and so on and so forth. So, and I know with myself too, a lot of beauty YouTubers that I watch, I will put on, and it said many people say the same thing. I agree. When I'm doing my dishes, because I clean dishes by hand, when I'm making my bed, getting ready in the morning, I actually have like this device that you stick on normally on your windshield, on the inside of your windshield in your car, mounted on my bathroom mirror, because I watch YouTube while I'm also getting ready, like I'm doing right now. So anyway, I just thought, because this is my second love, that I would do this for you guys and show you what I put on my face the day that I filmed for Sonic. And we'll talk a little bit more as that goes on. But before I go any further, I will tell you what I did on, this is what I use in the morning to prep my skin. Of course, I wash my face in the shower and that generally, like get out of the shower, like wash my face in the shower. It changes all the time with face wash, but this does change. This is amazing. This is Physicians Formula Rose All Day Oil-Free Serum, and this is Brightens and Tightens. This is the second bottle I've bought of this, and right now in one of my drugstores, which is very pricey, they're selling this Canadian dollars is $24.99. It's buy one get one 50% off. It's still a lot. I don't know, this is brand new. Well, I've only used it a few times. I've gone through a whole other bottle. It is just a serum I put on my face. But at Walmart, I find the best price at Walmart, to be very frank and honest. So I love this. This is what I put on my face in the daytime. And then lately I've been using the Olay Total Effects Moisture with Sunscreen SPF 20 in the Whip. That's my moisturizer. I'm a hot mess. So I don't know if you can see there, but yeah, I've been using that every day. It's got that sunscreen kind of scent to it. And then on my under eyes, Aveeno's Absolutely Ageless Eye Cream with Blackberry Complex. I really like this. I got it on sale and yeah, I like it. It doesn't do anything like massively crazy, but I like how it keeps my under eyes hydrated. So, all right, so let's do, again, I'll preface this by stating the way I put my makeup on is the way that I have tried, tested, and true for me. It may not be the way that's the right way, whatever that is, or the way that professionals do their makeup. I am just going to I'm going to show you what I put on my face. I'm going to show you the brush I'm using. I've been slowly putting ColourPop brushes into the mix, but I'm still using a lot of my tried, tested, and true. And when I did my makeup for the shoot, I used like the ones that you're going to see tonight. I'm just going to do all the same things I did. So I'm sorry if you don't like makeup get ready with me, but you don't have to watch. That's what the title says. So anyway, let's move on with mascara. I've got my eyelash curler. I always curl my lashes before and after mascara application. And my mascaras today, I've got the L'Oreal's Voluminous Lash Paradise in Blackest Black. That's what I put on the first layer, and I've been adding this is really nice. I have greenish eyes. L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Original in the burgundy shade. So I put that on top. So I kind of have two layers of mascara. And I know I'm not the only one, you guys. I always have one set of lashes that are amazing and I love you and then the other set I'm like, oh, I have to work like 3 times as hard for the side. And I wonder if it's because I'm a side sleeper and my most comfortable is sleeping on this side, and I feel that these lashes are very difficult sometimes. But whatever, you know? Okay, so for those of you who are new to my channel, there was a casting call, an open casting call for the filming of Sonic the Hedgehog for, what would you say? I guess it was Townsfolk. And I went to that, and that was in mid-August. And then you build a profile for, like, a profile with the company, the casting company, and which I did, and that was great. And then I got a I got an email that they had selected me and my car, because I'd also put my car down as an option. They have a thing on their profile that if you would like them to use, I'm gonna use a little mirror when I do this. If you would like them to use your car, or have the option of using your car, to put a photograph of your car in there in your profile, and so on and so forth. And so I did, and they wanted to use my car, and I thought, oh, that's really cool. At this point, I didn't know if I was driving it, someone else was driving it, if it was going to be stationary. I had no idea. So anyway, so I got that email, and that was fantastic. And then the emails to follow were just sort of telling me, or asking me my availability, because they didn't know, they wanted us to have as much availability as possible, because with filming you just never know whether just you know, lots of things could make prolonged days and so on and so forth. So anyway, I was supposed to go out there and film on the Friday, and that got canceled because, of course, when they start filming here on the wet coast, it's started raining a lot. If they'd filmed like the week before, it would have been absolutely gorgeous and sunny, and it was pouring with rain, so they kind of postponed our part of it, and for the Monday. So no problem. Fast forward to Monday, well, Sunday night, I'll tell you what I did. So Sunday night, before I went to sleep, had a nice bath to try to relax, because I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like never gonna go to sleep or whatever. And I was super, super excited. And so I had a nice bath and relaxed, went to bed what I thought was a reasonable time, but then tossed and turned as I thought. My alarm was set for 3 a.m. because they needed us at a certain area to park our cars. Like, all the extras had to park their cars by 5, oh, earlier than 5:30. They wanted us checked in, so they had to ship us by busette all the way from where we parked our cars to a tent where they accepted us, and so on and so forth, by 5:30. So anyway, long short of it is, I woke up, and overnight I put eye patches in the fridge, thank God. Of course, if you have a cucumber, same thing, works the same way. I put like the nice calming eye patches in the fridge overnight, because I knew, I'm like, I know myself too well. I'm 40 years old. I understand myself pretty good, that I'm probably gonna have a crappy sleep, and I am probably gonna have puffy eyes, because that's just how my body mechanics is. That's just how I am. And no word of a lie, woke up with puffy eyes because I didn't get a lot of sleep and all that and the other. So the first thing I did is I obviously jumped in the shower and got ready, got out of the shower, and before I blow dried my hair, because they want you to come light makeup, light, hey, right, light makeup application, and your hair dried and like just styled just softly, like nothing major. But before I blow dried my hair, I popped those eye patches under my eyes, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna need these. And it was fantastic. And I did all the same skincare in the morning that I just showed you, and so on. So yeah, that was crazy. Okay, sorry, that mascara, and then I'm just using this up. I just took a Q-tip, because I'm a messy mascara putter-oner. This Clarins Instant Eye Makeup Remover, waterproof and heavy makeup remover. I'm just using this up. I have the magic eraser sticks, which I love, but there's only like a little bit left here, and yeah, it's working out, and it's just nice that I had it. So I thought, yeah, I'll just use it. I've been just trying to use it up, So yeah, so now I can put my eye color on. Okay, so it's gonna be hard. I'm not used to doing this, like talking and doing all this stuff at the same time. But So yeah, I got up and I did the eye patch thing. I blow dried my hair and I straightened my hair because I find like I feel that I look more put together with my hair straightened than just air dried or curly, or I should say wavy. I don't have curly hair. But anyway, and that was cool. And so again, this makeup that I'm doing today is exactly what I did that day. I'm just gonna see here. I'm gonna pull my brushes and I'll talk about them as I use them. Let's see here. Okay, so first of all, why they reformulated and changed this, I don't know, because this is the original Too Faced Natural Mattes palette. You guys have seen and heard me talk about this over and over again in favorites videos. It is absolutely fabulous. There is never taken this book out. There's different looks you can do, and there's a mirror behind that. But these are the different colors. They're all matte. They're all a nice natural, neutral kind of, well, this is more of a, this is warm, this is neutral, and this is cool tone type colors. I love them all, like a lot. I am going to hit pan on many of these things very soon. I try my best to kind of hit the different spots in the individual pans here as much as I can. First of all, I'm just going to take my MAC. They're dirty. Sorry, I use them, but I use the color switch. The Sephora color switch by Vera Mona. That's one of these things. But you can get one of those hair donuts and do the same thing. It's the same type of material on the inside. Whoops. And then in between using this brush, again, I'll just do this and gets rid of the color that you just used. So you can reuse it again. Back to, I'm going to use Heaven. Sorry, I'm trying to balance all this. So I got ready and then I posted on Snapchat for you guys that, you know, that I was excited and I was ready to go, and it was really awesome, and I was tired, but it was great. Like, I was so invigorated. Like, I was just so excited. And I left the house at 4:45 a.m. and I had actually 3 days before had driven from my house to the place I knew I had to go park my car to see how long it would take me. I'm kind of prepared like that. That's just how I am. And I timed it 10 minutes. And it would be no different because it was in the middle of the morning. Other than big truckers, there's hardly any traffic on the road. And I'm just applying this, as you see, on the brow bone, down to my crease, right down here. And using the color switch here. So, and then now I'm gonna do the crease color. So I'm gonna do chocolate cookie and nudie kind of together. And then I'll take off a little bit of it and go into my crease. Again, I need the small little mirror. So anyway, went there and drove my car out there that morning. And first of all, I have to say, I thought it was in the middle, it's dark. There's no lighting in this field, that they obviously have rented this field from someone to obviously dump like hundreds of vehicles if needed, right? Because it's crew, it's all crew. Any crew, that's where you park, whether you're an extra or whatever. And so I parked my car there, and I kind of felt bad for the guy who was kind of left maintaining and trying to get people to park. First of all, absolutely dark. Second of all, no reflective vest on whatsoever. I thought someone stupid, because we all know there are stupid people who drive. You can't drive, I should say. Like, just drivers that are, and you're excited, or it's early morning, you haven't had your coffee yet. And I was like, oh my God, he's gonna get run over. Like, yikes. Anyway, he parked me in a certain spot, and that was great. And then they had all these like nice busettes. They're not school buses, but they're like big vans, like Mercedes vans and whatever. They had probably 10 of them lined up on the back part of the fence, so that once you were parked and ready and you got all your stuff, got all your wardrobe that you had with you and, you know, all that stuff. I did leave my car there as I was told to do, and I'll explain why in a moment. So then anyway, we load up in the busette and we head to the big tent that they drive. It was a 10-minute drive all the way back into town, of which I live in, but that's the rules. Drove back into the town, into this tent that they had us it's sort of like an incubator, I would say, because you get like 150 people in like a tent that's being heated. It's early in the morning. It's cold on the outside, so they're blowing heat in. It was like a big incubator. It was, yikes. But anyway, and then they had hair and makeup and so on and so forth. And there are tons of tables set up, obviously, for you to sit down. And wait. As if anyone's been an extra, I know a few guys have told me that you have, your kids have been. It's a hurry up and wait type event. So anyway, we were listening to instructions, and then we were told once we went up to the wardrobe and grabbed the rest of the wardrobe that they had, that they wanted to add to what we had. Like, it was already pre-planned for mine. Many of us went in earlier, and that was easy enough. Then you were to go and stand in line to do hair and makeup. And I first went to the lady for the makeup, and she took one look at me. She's like, "You're good. You're good to go." I'm like, yay! I love makeup. I didn't say that term like, yeah, I was like, yes, score 1 for Kim. But then I went to the lineup for hair afterwards. The next product I'm going to use is Pure's Eye Polish Base and Top Coat, and this color is in Silk. And I'll tell you the thing with these, I love this now that I've done what I did. This used to have a mesh top where it's a liquid. It's like a thick gel. I pushed it all to the one side, as you can probably see in the jar itself. It's hard to see there. Anyway, this was all meshy and used to sort of bounce it in the mesh. I cut the mesh right out because I was getting so annoyed with it. And now I've been using it the way I do now, and I love it. So anyway, this is a MAC, oh gosh, what number are you? 242 brush. It's better for the liquids. I use this for all of the Maybelline tattoos, any paint pots from MAC. I use this brush. I want to get a second one. I should probably try to use the ColourPop ones that I've recently purchased as well. Again, I'm just like, I've got to like slowly bring in things that are new to me, because otherwise I'm like, I don't know if it'll work out as good. And it's just because it's in my head. That's all it is. So anyway, I'm going to put this is going to be my lid color. And where was I? Okay, so hair and makeup. I go into the lineup for hair, and the lady is like, oh, and she's really nice. We got chatting about where I thought, you know, they were staying in the city north of us, that's where their work had taken them. And anyway, we're just chatting about all the different things that are around her, that if she has time to kill, you know, on a day off or something, to go try, like there's some live theater in a town not far from me and things like that. And she was very interested. And it was just nice talking to someone, just sort of chatting about, you know, cool things to do in a small little town. They're from Vancouver, so they're from a big city that, like, there's the world's their oyster kind of thing. So yeah, that was cool. And then there was more sitting up and waiting, and then they had breakfast for us. And I didn't have breakfast because I actually ate quite a bit, well, not quite a bit, but I had my own kind of breakfast, basic breakfast here, just because I wasn't sure and I want to make sure and so on. So anyway, they had breakfast for us, and then it was time to get going. And then they started calling out certain names of people with vehicles. Not everyone's vehicle was selected that had put their vehicle down on their profile, like I had mentioned. But they called us by name. We had to go and talk to them in a big circle. They had tasks for us, and so they wanted us to get back on the little minibus, and they were going to basically shuttle us back to our vehicles. And we were given instructions on how exactly and where to get to a certain location that they wanted us to go to, and that production would know that we were part of the movie and so on and so forth. So that was cool. We load up, a bunch of us again, we load up on the bus set, and then we go to that little that parkade place. And by then, now the sun's risen, thank God. Anyway, we drive back into town another 10 minutes the other way where I came from. And yeah, so anyway, so we get there and I park my car where they want it. And at first I didn't use my car at first, which is fine, but they had so many different things. Can't go into detail, of course, but all I can say is the part that I play as town person, like a town folk, and I'm just taking this brush. I like to do this with any of the liquidy type things or the tattoos I mentioned, things like that. I always wipe this off. I like to get the majority of it off. Just toilet paper, really nothing major. And I keep this to the side in case I need to put a little layer on afterwards again. I'm just gonna go in again with a little bit more crease color. And so anyway, it was good times, and sat back and watched because I wasn't part of like the first little while that they wanted to have done. And that's cool, that's fine. And it was really cool. And it was good to also to sit back and watch those people who had to go ahead of you, because it was, you know, if they screwed up, we understood, okay, they screwed up, okay, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of learn from other people's mistakes. So that's all right. And then all of a sudden I get this, I'm in an area and we're doing vignettes. So the way I can, and this is just me saying this, but you know that man's voice at the beginning of a movie that describes like an action film, like, you know, this is the town of Green Hills, a sleepy town, and now Sonic's come into town and is causing a ruckus. I don't know, but that's the voice in my head that I think of when I was thinking of what we were doing. And just vignettes, like there's just clusters of us in all different places doing the things that we were asked to do over and over and over again, because of course it does take a few cuts, of course, to do that. And all was good. And then all of a sudden I heard one of the staff, like or actually it was the extra staff, yell out my name, because they don't know where we are. They're like, Kim blah blah blah, Kim blah blah blah, and I'm like, here. They're like, okay, we need your car. So anyway, break, because it was they were changing the set around. So went to my car, which was just a half block down the way, drove my car, parked it where they wanted me to park it, but then I had to park it and walk away back to the spot that I was at, because we still hadn't completed that section. And then later on, then we did more of filming, and James Marsden, who was the sheriff in town, he came out. This is the first day he was in town that I got to see him. I shouldn't say that. It wasn't the first day he was in town, but that for me to see him, that was it. He checked himself out on the mirror. You know, he was about to go and do a scene, I guess. And he walked by us and we're like, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. It's all good. And so he went and did his thing, and that was cool. So afterwards I got moved from where I was there and to a different spot towards where my vehicle was. And there's obviously tons of other extras vehicles parked along the area that I had parked or been asked to park my car. Gonna take the MAC 217 brush again. And before I guess keep talking, I'm gonna go into Sexpresso. Nice name. And I'm just gonna put this up in the V area, my little mirror. Anyway, so I get out to my car and I'm right next to, I guess, another extra's car. And this woman had just done her scene right next to between our cars, basically. And she sees me and she's like, oh, is this your car? I said, yeah. And she's like, you'll never guess what. I'm like, what? She's like, oh, they had a bit of a chuckle with your car. I'm like, oh yeah, really? What's up? And then to blend this, I'm actually going to take a Real Techniques, what do they call this? Base shadow brush. Base shadow brush. And I like to use this to blend. And she says that in her scene, she was right there and working there. And I guess when I'd parked my car and walked away, the production staff, they just put like faux plates, like for instance, Montana, because it's supposed to be in Green Hills, Montana, put faux plates over top of your license plate. And it just goes on top of, and with a clear rubber elastic band. So just it's very easy. There's no need to take things apart, you know, less is more, that kind of thing. And she said they were fine when they did the front one, or sorry, the back one, but then they came to the front and they put it over top of your front plate. And then they stood back and went, what are we going to do about this thing? I guess there's a first for everything. The town I live in is Ladysmith. I'm with the fire department, the volunteer on-call fire department, and we have lower plate, like it's a plate, we have our regular license plate, but below it hangs Ladysmith Fire Rescue. And they're like, what are we gonna do to cover this up? Because they didn't take it off. Again, I don't think they want to mess with, I'm just gonna go in with Espresso again a little bit more. They didn't want to mess anything up, of course. But they had a bit of a chuckle, and she's like, oh my God, they're like, this is the first time this has ever happened, I guess, for them. So that's, I mean, it's kind of cool. So a guy comes with a little can that's supposed to be like, it's mud, right, to dirty up vehicles and things like that. And they tried to put, or I guess they were thinking about putting mud over top of it, that part of the Ladysmith Fire Rescue. They're like, it's not really going to do anything. It's still going to stick out. So anyway, that was kind of funny. I thought that was funny. So anyway, we worked all day and we had lunch and we had more takes, and it was just super cool. I just really enjoyed it, and I'm gonna do the other eye. So MAC 217 brush in Sexpresso in this corner here. Sorry, trying to do this. I got a I have a promotion party to go to for one of my friends. So I'm going to do the same makeup here. Woo! Ah! And then the blending brush again from Real Techniques. So it was really awesome. Met some amazing people. Amazing people from all over the place. There was those of us who are non-union. We were just basically got the call up to do this movie thing. And then there was unionized actors from all over Vancouver Island as well as Vancouver who came over on ferry for their parts in the movie. So again, it was really cool to meet people, chat with people. We had fun, like in one of my little scenes, like we were doing our thing when we were window shopping, and we're standing in front of a shop, and one of the local ladies I know, she gets out of her car and she's supposed to just go walk into the shop as if she's like on a mission, and then no one can see her on the outside after that. And when she was in there, she pretends to flash us, and she does like crazy things behind there, and the two of us window shopping on the other side were like, oh my God, that's hilarious. Like, it was awesome. Like, it was so much fun. It made those sometimes 30, 40 takes so well worth it because it was just so much fun. I'm just going to keep building up I find I just have to keep blending and blending and blending. So I had a blast. It was so good. And it's been a lot of fun because although they don't let you really get close to anybody, in fact, you know, right now they're doing all their night filming at the moment. By the time you see this, it'll be all over. But right now they're doing the night filming. And so the crowds are pretty far back. Like, I've gone every night pretty much just to see if I can. And I've seen a few scenes, which was really cool. I don't, you know, like, you never know with movies what's going to get cut, what's going to make it onto the chopping block, or what's going to get chopped, things like that. So you just never know. But I should go back to my car. Like, there's different vignettes that I was personally in, but again, they may not use that. But I will say this. I'll post a photograph of, not with my license plate, of course, but I'll post a photograph of my car closer to the date of release on that movie, which is not till November 8th, 2019. And that way, because if it makes the movie, which I really, really think it will, because they used it a lot. I think they like I have a roof rack and then a bike sled on top of that roof rack. So it makes it kind of, I guess, sporty and whatever. I guess it wasn't what they were looking for. But it was used a ton. I did lots of scenes where I was getting in my car, driving my car. I drove my car, but also scenes going in and out and so on and so forth. I'm just going to move those brushes over. So I'm pretty much done oh, nope. I'm not done my eyes. I think that's enough gold on the bottom. So I'm going to make sure this is really tight. As another thing with anything liquid, you want to make sure that it's on super tight because otherwise it can really, really wreck. It can really dry out and you'll never get anything again off of it. I'm just double cleaning that little brush there from earlier. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to take the ColourPop's E10 and one of my favorite shadows. It's a shimmer shadow. Well, it's called a satin in the color Shroom from MAC. It is an absolute staple of mine. This is probably the third one I've gone through, but I like to take this and I like to place it just underneath the brow bone. I might have to put more in it after I do my brows themselves, but I like to just highlight right underneath my brow bone. All right, color switch. So that was really, really cool. And I had so much fun, like so much fun. Okay, next. This is pretty standard for me. I've got two different colors or shades of the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle. And this is in the color Brightener. And this one is in the color Light. So I always place the brightener on first. So I always go down the center of my face with my brightener. I mean, that probably looks like a lot, and it probably is, but I don't care. It's how I put makeup on. I always put the center of my chin, under my eyes. All right. Okay, and then I go into that light color. Side of my nose. These just twist up as well, so. I go through the brighteners more than I go through the lights. As you can see, I probably put more of the light or the brightener color on my face. So it was really cool. James Marsden was in town and filming that with him all day. I think he was done a little earlier than we were. This is a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush that I'm going to buff all of this into my skin. So yeah, it was just, the weather that day was pretty good. It was cool in the morning. Holy moly, was it ever. But it got progressively warmer. The sun came out. Just probably what production was probably looking for all week. But there was that. Sorry, there's footsteps upstairs. But anyway, yeah, and no, I had such a freaking fabulous time. And we did so much. We got so much done. We did a 13-hour day, like 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. And we got so much filmed. And I didn't have none of, like, some people had to come back from a casino scene. I wasn't asked to do a casino scene, so I guess there's a casino in it. I don't know. But I had a great time. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I had a great time. But would I do it again? Absolutely. I would absolutely do it again. I have amazing people I work with who allowed me to do this because literally I was on standby. I could have been called at any time, and my work was just like, yeah, okay, no problem. You're up to date with all of your stuff, so you know it's your vacation time. I took vacation time, but we did get paid as being an extra, but it's minimum wage. I had no offense, I just had to look up to those who get paid minimum wage. I'm not bragging. I've been in the job that I have been in for how long? 12 years, and even before that I was a supervisor in Starbucks, so I was making more than minimum wage then as well. So I don't know what that is, so I had to look that up, and then my car gets used, so I think we get a little bit more with that too. So next up, I think this is getting a bit too warm for me. I might have to change the color soon, but this is the warm beige color in Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Pressed Powder, and I've hit pan. Love this powder a lot. Oh my god, this video is getting really, really long because I'm so chatty. Just trying to think if there's anything else of like worthy that I can say. Because of course I can't really say a whole lot about what I saw. I mean, we did certain takes and scenes that took us an hour and a half to get, and then one of our yokel locals in town rode his pedal bike right past the scene that everyone was working hard on for like an hour and a half because it involved an actual like live animals, so that takes a lot more. And he rode his bike right by, like obviously no one stopped anyone from going by because he rode by with his bags with a local grocery store all over. So we had to do it again. It's just one of those, like, I feel bad because I mean obviously I only did it for one day, but I was like, holy cow. Man, I wish they just stopped traffic from people from coming around because my good gracious, that was a long scene to tape. But I guess with, you know, obviously with animals and things like that, I'm not going to say what kind of animals, but with animals and that, of course, they're unpredictable. You can train them and train them and train them, but given a certain scenario and you're actually out on the road and you're doing your thing and it's not the animal's natural space, they can get freaked out, and I totally get that. 100% I get that. So anyway, totally get it. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I just think that my car is going to get used a lot. I really think that it's probably going to be in the movie at some point. Basically, again, we were just trying to show what Green Hills, Montana is all about, like little shop photo or video of the different areas, like the shop and so on and so forth. So yeah, that was really cool. But again, I've been going down every night to check. Oh, I gotta do this. Now we're gonna contour with NYX taupe. And oop, stuck my thumb in it. Ugh, can never do anything right? No. So I've been going down most evenings to check out what I can see. And then since the Monday that we filmed, they have really blocked off traffic because like you can't even get anywhere near it anymore. Whereas the day we were filming, it was getting really, even as an extra, getting annoying because every time they yelled cut, they allowed people to go through and then people would linger and then their own production staff would have to like shoo people away because they weren't part of the scene. Like we had specific outfits and clothing that they wanted a look for. And again, if you didn't come to the casting call, then I guess you missed out. Anyway, so we've been standing back, but it's been pouring with rain like every single night. And I'm gonna go there again tonight after the party. Like I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna celebrate with my friends. And then I'm on call right now with the fire department. So it's not like I'm gonna be drinking or anything. So I'll just go out, have some fun, say hi to everybody, chit chat for a bit. And then I'll probably step out and head out to see if I can see anything that's going on. So, and then this will be already up. I know it will. This will be up after I've done it, but my fire department is going to be on standby. Well, not my department. There's a truck. I'm on the truck and we are going to be on standby as a fire department, not the Green Hills, Montana Fire Department, as Ladysmith Fire Rescue, because there is an explosion. And we don't know when they're filming it. I know when I have to be at the hall, and I know when we are going to be going out on the truck. And we're just standby in case, like they have their own safety people, they have all of that. But just to make sure, in case something happens, poop happens, we will be there because there is going to be an explosion and it might be in the middle of the night. And they've already cleared that with people. Trust me, I'm sure that everyone's been compensated very well. Anyone who lives downtown probably gets to go to a nice hotel because it's so bright light. It's like daylight out there right now in the middle of the night with all their lights. Oh, I didn't even tell you the brush. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dope. So for my contour, I use Sephora's Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush number 57 and blended it with Real Techniques Stippling Brush. I'm sorry, you guys. So not good at this. And the bronzer, do my face brush too. Bronzer was Real Techniques Blush Brush, and the big old powder brush is Real Techniques Powder Brush. I've got to be better at this. And okay, before I go any further about the movie, this blush is absolutely life. I brought, because I wanted to show you, this is Lise Wattier's Haute Nature. That's the color. This is the packaging. I did haul it. And there's the blush there. This, you guys, first of all, I will go to the drugstore and I will get a backup. It is so good. I love this one so much. Just so you guys know, there's 16 grams of product in this. It's like $20 Canadian. A MAC blush, I have one here, 6 grams, 6. A Tarte blush, 5.6 grams. Again, 16 grams of product. And I love it. I think other than summer, I think it's gonna be great for fall, winter, and spring. It's just a really nice, warm look. Anyway, what else can I say? I don't even know, to be honest with you. All right, still the fire department. We're gonna be on standby and we're gonna hang out, and it could be 2 in the morning when they do this explosion for all we know. And yeah, it could be really, really early in the morning, and then we all have to get up in the morning to go to work, most of us, I'm sure. And now I am going to, that was a blush brush from Real Techniques. Highlighter, Wet n Wild's highlighting powder, right here, in the color Precious Petals. So, and I'm using the ColourPop's F6 fan brush. Because I'm going gold on my eyelids, I had a little gold on my cheekbones, and I'm just gonna bring it all around here. My God, this video is gonna be so long, I don't even know what's gonna upload. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't know. And I normally do my makeup so much faster. Like I can do all of this in 25, well, I can do it faster, I guess. But if I wasn't even thinking about it, I would do it in 25 minutes. No time at all. Just putting a little bit on my nose. What else? Oh, I'll do brows. MAC eyeshadow color. It's a satin in Coquette. That's what I use on my brows, and I have started to hit pan. Oh my gosh, but I've had this for like 2 years, so oh, I need that. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely just fine. It goes a long ways. Oh my gosh, I need to clean this little mirror. I have to put stuff in my brows because I have such thin, light brows, and it's not like I pluck all the stuff that's below it. So anyway, I feel so low. When I chat, I'm like, I have no idea what to say. And yeah, that's really cool. I hope that I'm glad I got the opportunity this one time, and if that's the only time I get to do this in my life, that's cool. But I hope that they call me up another time for something else that might be filming near me. That would be also really fun. Yeah, so like I said, I've met some really great people that, not like extras, like, you know, like us, like me. They were just really, really great people and a lot of fun to hang out with all day, especially when you're doing the same thing over and over again. You gotta have some haha moments, right? That's good to have. So here we go. And I'm just looking outside because Willow's just sort of sitting on her little perch out there watching me. Okay, and then for lips, I'm going to use Soar by MAC. I'm going to line my lips with Soar. I guess because I edit their stuff, but I'm like, how do beauty gurus do this in like 12 minutes? This is such a great combination for fall and winter. You guys have seen me say this over and over again. This is a Kat Von D Lovecraft mini lipstick. All right, and then topped with Dolly. Dolly from Buxom. Thank you, Gail. I always have to, I love glossy lips. That's just me. Yes, you can make comments all you want, but that's how I do what I do. Take lipstick off from the inside of my mouth. I curl my lashes again at the very end before I do like a setting spray or a finishing spray. It's funny, my lashes, when I curl them, they're normally like really good. On my right side, so your left, I think, this one lash will curl up when I curl it, but then it goes poker straight down. Like, it's crazy what it does. And then I've got the Master Fix Face and Studio Wear Boosting Setting Spray from Maybelline. Two things. I like it because it's a nice setting spray. It's not too, it doesn't smell of alcohol, but it smells like dried cat food. But it's a decent product. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it sort of sets my makeup, and the highlight kind of pops off of that as well. So that is what I wore when I went to the movie, and I didn't have to do any makeup, so that was fantastic. One less thing that they had to worry about, so that's cool. Sorry guys, this is so long. I don't know how to edit, and nor do I have a computer actually. This is what I got, my cell phone. So on that note, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this and listen to me ramble on about Sonic and things like that. Oh yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, is what I was talking about. And it will be releasing November 8th, 2019, and it's been filming in my town, so it's fantastic. It's great to see. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.